President Buhari speaks on losing control of his government, reveals next move. President Muhammad Buhari has finally reacted to reports that he has lost control of his government. The president, in a statement via his media aide, Ģ0VT, on Sunday evening, described the statement as false and fallacious. The statement made available to Politics Nigerian. The presidency wishes to respond to a number of opinion articles and a stringent newspaper editorial this Sunday, which outrageously said President Muhammad Buhari was not in control of his administration. As many detractors have done lately, these influencers celebrated columnists and editorial comments do no more than endorse the opposition utterly wrong and fallacious position that the president is not in charge of his government. Sometimes we are forced to wonder whether some writers are mindful of the implication of words for the strategic and territorial interest of the nation. An entrenched culture of dissent in our country is not something that anyone, not least a Buhari presidency, wants to stamp down. The fact that these baseless and appallingly mischievous attacks can freely be heard is itself evidence of the right to freedom of expression prevailing in the country today. Whether it is Ibrahim Mago, Godswill Akpabio, NDDC, NSITF, and the others, Nigerians are bound to hold differing opinions, write letters, opinion columns, editorial, and even stage lawful protest. What is sometimes worrisome is that several of these comments, disguised as objective criticisms, are merely speaking the language of the opposition, the people who ruined the country during their 16th year of corruption on an industrial scale. These detractors pick up isolated issues like the ones in the EFCC, NDDC, and incidents of crime and corruption, which have been with the country for years, and without any serious effort to uncover them, paint them a phenomena orchestrated and happening because President Buhari's administration has decided to pursue cases of suspected wrongdoing in the Anti-Corruption Agency, pension funds, NDDC, and other government agencies. But the government was the first to point out the obvious embarrassment that potential acts of wrongdoing by the EFCC leadership would cause the administration. The question to ask is, did they expect the president to draw a curtain over these suspected scandals by not ordering audits and investigations, and for them to turn around to accuse him of a cover-up? To do a cover-up and not order audits and investigation as the president did would amount to a historic betrayal of the mandate and the faith placed in him by the Nigerian people. President Buhari's integrity, uprightness, and probity are intact and well known. Let us remind these so-called editorial writers that ECOWAS, African Union, and international community at large recognized President Buhari as champion of the anti-corruption fight in Africa. Nigerians are convinced that he is honest. They voted for him as president against the background of corruption. public policy paralysis, and growing menace of terrorists threatening to take over the seizable portion of the nation's territory. In his 5 years in office, there is not a single charge of corruption against his person. As the leader of the country, President Buhari fully understands and bears the full weight of the solemn oath he swore to defend the nation's constitution. Its citizens and territory disinformation is not a viable option for opposition. The Buhari government has done nothing to warrant these criticisms. Under our laws, you are innocent until proven guilty. Investigation, trial, then conviction, not the other way around. To carry out investigations before condemnation or conviction should not be misconstrued as a weakness or a vacuum in leadership. The war against corruption is today at historic crossroad. This is the time all Nigerians should stand together to roll it back. Nigerians should stand together and make it work. President Buhari is determined not to be diverted by unfounded attacks. Neither would he compromise the sacred mandate of Nigerians. He is determined to get justice for Nigerians on all these corruption cases being pursued. Thank you for listening to this news. My viewers, you see, permit me to say that no one is saying that President Muhammadu Buhari is not out to fight corruption. No one is saying that he is not fighting corruption. And also no one is saying that the fight for corruption is not possible in this administration. You see, there is a difference between having the vision to fight corruption and being able to achieve the fight for corruption. You agree with me when I say that President Buhari's 5 years in office have not been able to achieve any single success in the fight for corruption. I tell you this, unless you want to be biased. Instead of achieving success, the corruption issue keep increasing by the day. Of course, you know that. I don't need to start listing them out for you. Do you understand now? I don't need to start listing them for you. All these things we are experiencing in our economy. What is the cause? Is it not the same corruption that caused it? You see, the president came in with force, with the force and the mindset to fight corruption. He has given the corrupt people the impression that he is here to fight corruption. So these people waited. Waited that okay, let us see how he's going to be successful in this. And why he was going for that, he never knew that these people are truly ready waiting for him. You understand? So he gave them the impression first, making them to know that this is what he's coming for. And giving that impression makes him to achieve failure, because these people became ready to fight him to the last. and make sure that it doesn't achieve that goal. You understand? So he is actually the cause. And as it is now, to me, I will tell you that nothing has been achieved concerning corruption one bit. Instead, we keep recording case upon case. You understand, my viewers? So please, your comments concerning these are very much important. Don't forget to leave them behind. Click on the subscription buttons as well as bell buttons to get updated whenever we upload any new videos. Thank you.